calling to say that they've accepted your offer.
I think we just got a house.
Jack has not seen the home at all.
We are under contract.
Whoa.
Okay. That is a very aggressive timeline.
Okay.
The frick were we thinking? What's going on in the process? That was a really big bummer. Or do we want to wait a couple days to see if that rate comes down? I didn't realize how devastating it actually was. How are we doing this right now? I would not wish this home on any first-time buyer. I was just editing the footage that I have of this vlog so far, and let me tell you, we are in for an emotional roller coaster together of a journey of buying a house. If you all are new here, hello, my name is Mac. My husband's name is Jack. Yes, Mac and Jack, and we have a almost 2-year-old daughter who we conceived through IVF, and that whole infertility journey is linked on my channel in case you want to binge watch those videos, but that is not what this video is about. That's just about us. Jack and I have been in the market of actually seriously looking for a house. I think kind of hard to tell. Probably about a year now. Probably about a year that we really seriously started looking. And it's rough out here. It is bleak. If you guys are in the market to buy a home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just hard all around. Inventory, cost, what it takes to buy a home, how to keep the monthly payment down, etc. It's crazy. But we've been doing our best. We've been keeping our chin up, and this is the closest that we have ever gotten to actually having our house, to actually buying a house. But I wanted to share as much detail as I possibly can of what this particular journey looked like for us, of putting in an offer, getting our offer accepted, and then what ultimately ended up happening to not have the house currently. In current time right now. If you guys are interested at all in coming along on our house hunting journey here in Maine, or just any other happenings in our life in general, make sure to hit the subscribe button. My Instagram and TikTok are also linked down below in case you want to stay updated on those, and let's just get into it. I'm going to provide some quick context that's important before I roll the first clip, and then I will be back at the end to tell you exactly what unfolded after the last clip. So I believe it was a Friday evening, and Jack and I were getting ready to watch a movie. We were really excited. We had our pillows all set up here with a pillow in the middle with the laptop set up right in this scene. I pull up on my laptop and I've got a bazillion tabs, as you do on my laptop. So I was clicking through them, just Xing out of the tabs, and one of them was a Zillow listing for a house. And I had very casually mentioned this house that had popped up to Jack earlier that day. And basically like, it's got a couple red flags. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I don't know. But I did notice that it had an open house the next day, so that Saturday. But it literally was probably like a 30-second exchange in the day, and I did not think about that house at all until we were laying down and that tab was open. So I showed him the pictures and he was like, oh yeah, I see what you mean about the red flags, etc., etc. And we go to start the movie, and then I go to the other tab again, the house tab. And then I go to start the movie, and then I find myself clicking through the house tab, and I'm like, you know what? We had made the executive decision literally just probably like a week prior to that of we should just start looking at houses. Regardless of any of the red flags that we might see on paper, we should just start going to homes to at least get a feel of the different areas. And also a lot of things on paper or in pictures end up being so different in person, for better or for worse. So with there being an open house the next day, it was just kind of perfect. We didn't have to make an appointment or anything. It was kind of no pressure. And so we decided, yep, why don't I go? Jack's gonna stay behind with the toddler and I'll meet my mom at the house. So basically, we almost did not see this home. We almost totally did not go see this house at all. So the next day I pull up with my mom to the house. There's also a Porsche from New York that pulled up at the same time, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna turn around. This is not even worth it. And my mom was like, wait, we're already here. Let's just see it. I'm just gonna fast forward because we know how this part ends. It was great. The house was fantastic. I was very excited about the house. By the time I got back to my car, I had a call in to the realtor, a call in to our mortgage guy, and a call in, of course, to Jack, who had not seen this home, but we were fully planning on making an offer on this house. We scramble everything together that we need in order to make the offer, and the offer is officially submitted the very next morning. Roll the clip.
Hello, vlog.
Hello.
You're probably wondering why we've gathered you here today.
Okay. So at this point, the offer is officially in. How do you feel about the house, first of all? One you haven't seen in person yet.
Excited. I have a good feeling from the house.
Okay.
Yeah. Based on what I've seen, there's lots of cool little projects everywhere. Not massive projects.
No.
Little projects, which is kind of fun. You get into that dreaming mode.
Yeah, it's like totally livable right now, but like there's a lot of blank slate for what we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you took some videos that you showed me, and you just have excitement and like more of those thoughts and dream stuff, which is also just, amps me up as well. About the house I haven't seen so far, but I've seen through video and photo.
And you were like...
Yeah, exciting. Like it's a good feeling. Thoughts right now, I honestly have not thought about it today until you just mentioned it.
Because it's real. That's crazy because it's like been half of my brain today.
Well, like this morning we thought about it because like you were doing a bunch of stuff. Since then I've had a lot of stuff at work that I've just needed to power through.
Yeah.
So it's kept me preoccupied.
I woke up to a text from our realtor that she sent at 5 a.m. this morning for like a document in order to get the offer in. So like pulled a lot of my brain from the moment my eyes opened this morning. Do you have an inkling if we're gonna get it or not?
I think it's going to be tight. That was my initial thought this morning. I think it's on the fence, honestly. It all just comes down to what the owners want.
True.
I don't think there's a wrong answer, but
no.
Looking at all the videos you sent yesterday, there's lots of families there.
Literally in all the videos there were just like 3 different
competitive. They also could have written love letters. They also, we don't know where they're at financially, could go make crazy offers. And considering that these are grandparents and they want to move closer to their grandbabies, a little extra money in the pocket to be able to do that,
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like I felt so sure about the first offer we put in for a house, and it went 100K over. So right now it's like I can picture our realtor like calling us and being like, yep, they accepted, here's what we're doing to move forward, etc. Like I can see it so clearly. Yeah. But the chances of us getting this one, I feel like, are even less than
the other one.
Because the other one we went above also, just not as above. We didn't bid as above as obviously the person who ended up like getting it. The first one was the estate selling the house. So it was like lawyers doing it, whereas like this one we know that the owners of the home, the current owners, will be looking at all of the offers. So our letter that we put into them could do something, which like that wasn't a factor in the first offer that we put on our first house or anything. So it's kind of like it's not equal. It's hard to compare them, I guess, but I'd be so shocked if it happened just because of how competitive potentially this situation is. Yeah. I am weirdly more excited about this house than the first one that we put on, between like the house itself, the area, the potential and things like that. Like it's just such a cool house.
It is a cool house.
Yeah. And I would be excited to move forward with it versus like the first one. There was so many renos that we wanted to do right off the bat before we could
have to.
in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was like you have to kind of do these things.
Yeah.
If that offer had gotten accepted, it would be like, okay, like here we go.
Starting
Whereas
over.
this one, it's like there's a lot to do in the process of things, but the house is fully ready for us.
Decked out.
So it's kind of like there isn't that step of like the process to kind of do. So it's hard to compare the two, but it's just completely different, and who knows.
Will we get an update either way by the end of today, or?
No, that's the thing, is like last time there was a deadline for all the offers, and then they would tell everyone the decision by X day.
Oh.
So we knew by X day, at least we were going to know. We could have known earlier than that if they had come through with like, yep, our decision is this. But by, say it was a Wednesday, by Wednesday we would have known. This one, there's no deadline for offers as far as like we were concerned. Like it all happened yesterday for us. We like submitted everything. But as of yesterday, the seller's broker said that they weren't doing a deadline. They were just kind of taking offers as they came in. So we have no idea when we'll...
That's crazy.
I know.
So like they could take our offer and then just sit and wait for the other however many offers they get?
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
That's
and just
stressful.
Like decide what's important to them or what they're looking for and like stuff like that. So
cool.
It's just, we just get to go crazy for however many days. We don't even know the length of time we get to go crazy for until a certain day.
This is wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the next clip's gonna be.
It's all gonna work out how it's supposed to be.
That's true. That's true.
All right, well, rewatch this clip right before, or like right after
Right
we find
after
out.
you
But
find
you
out.
guys, you'll never believe what happened.
Literally just texted 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Our realtor. Hold
What
on.
did she say?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like she'd call if it was good news. Let's just open it. Sounds like.
No way.
Wait,
Do you see that?
Wait, no. Just spoke with broker. Sounds like you got it, but she may not be able to get all signatures by 5, so I verbally extended until 7 as long as they are only working with us. Stay tuned.
Can you believe how fast that just happened? Literally, you guys just witnessed that. Did you even turn off the camera?
I did.
You did. It was not even 3 seconds. It couldn't have been more than 3 seconds. I think we just got a house. Like, at least verbally.
I'm in shock. I think
I think you're in shock. I think you should call your dad.
No, wait. What
Right?
does this mean?
So just spoke with broker. Okay, sounds like you got it, but she may not be able to get all signatures by 5. Basically, so there's no way that they can retract, I think, and they can, like, it's just us. Like, it's just us. There's nobody else. No other offers can come in.
Annie has to get up from her nap right now. I am so.
Are you prepared to wake Annie up from her nap right now?
No. I don't know what this even means. Oh, I wish it was like final. Like now it's like it seems like.
So
you
it's
got
like
it.
it's
The fact
good
that
news.
she
We literally might have.
The
they might
fact
have
that she
accepted our offer.
texted that versus called, I was like, oh, we didn't get it. Like the last time she texted, she was like, I just spoke with the broker. They're going in a different direction, but keep your head up. We're gonna find it. Like she did all that stuff all over text. So I did not expect to open that text.
This is good news. I think what it is, because it's all verbal, it's not official.
No.
But we're trending in the right direction.
It was our letter.
Yeah, it has to
It
be.
was 1000% our letter.
That's why it's like, comes down, like, that's the, like, it's gonna be tight. I wonder if other people didn't write it a letter.
What if we bought the house?
Then I think we own a house. And then we're gonna move in.
To a house you've never seen before.
To a house I've never seen before. I've never seen it before. When do we move in?
I'm having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, where are you? Are you like over there? Are you?
I'm like when we found out we're pregnant vibes. Like I feel like it's not real. Because it's not technically. It's not, but it's like not right now. I just never thought we'd own a house at a certain time.
You thought it was never gonna happen.
I was like we didn't like anything that was popping up. Like we didn't. The market is insane.
Yeah.
So to find a house at a price that you actually like,
Right.
and you're not just settling for,
Right.
is just like.
Massive.
In that area, my brain's flashing so many different directions, like picturing, like this is Annie's school system.
It is. Yeah.
We're going to send her to kindergarten.
Oh. She's not going yet. Yeah.
She's gonna have a little backpack
Uh-huh.
that's like twice her body size, and she's gonna walk into the little doors.
And
I
she'll have her
can't.
little girlfriends over.
Yeah. And play dates, and we're gonna
Yeah.
make popsicles for all her friends.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're trending for us.
They are. Yeah.
They-
all but like officially. That's what it seems like.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to get Annie up for sure. How? Oh my gosh. Can you say that one more time?
Yes, I'm calling to say that they've accepted your offer. So here's what they've made for changes.
Okay.
So I'm going to send that off for them to sign. Once they sign, we are under contract.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Let's go buy a house.
All right, let's get a house. Okay. Bye. Have a good one.
Oh my gosh. We have a house. Oh my gosh. It's happening.
We almost have a house.
That's
They
crazy.
accepted our offer.
Holy crap. We
Yeah.
gotta call Ed.
We gotta get our stuff
Like immediately.
in the row. Oh my gosh.
Bye, my love. I'll see you soon, okay? Mwah. Have a good nappies, okay? I love you. Mwah.
Oh my goodness, hello everyone. I have to start this part of the vlog in the car. I hope you don't mind, but it's gonna get just a little bit loud. I think the last thing you guys saw was us getting our offer accepted, and to say it has been taken off since then is an understatement. But I want to make sure that I record every bit that I can, our thoughts, our feelings, like what's going on in the process, because to look back on that would be literally so fun. I'm so happy we recorded so much of like our IVF and TTC journey, because I still go back and watch those vlogs. But don't worry if things feel piecemeal as I try to like record little things throughout the process, because I'm thinking of making an all-encompassing process video to like wrap everything up, because one, not everything has happened so far, and two, we'll know, I'm sure, a lot more about all of this stuff by the end of it. But something key about our process currently is that to make the offer competitive, we put that we could close in like 3 weeks, which is true, but that is aggressive. That is a very aggressive timeline to close. I don't know the standard. I do know that 30 days to close is pretty heard of. We saw the house on a Sunday. The offer was submitted officially Monday morning. No, we saw the house on a Saturday. The offer was officially submitted on Sunday morning, and on Monday afternoon, we got the word that it was accepted. That's what you guys saw, and then it was officially signed and everything accepted like 1 hour later or so. On Tuesday, our loan application was officially submitted, and then it was the weekend of 4th of July. Thankfully, we got all of the things that everyone needed from us in. So this is the Monday after the 4th of July weekend. And today we have a sewer inspection, which is separate from the very big house inspection that is happening tomorrow. Sewer inspection today, very big house inspection tomorrow. And another way to make our offer competitive, and we felt good about it, was that we would not essentially nickel and dime them for every little thing for the inspection, because we are fully aware of the age of the home, but we are going to be looking for major things, sewer being one of them. That would kind of suck if something came back with that. Knocking on wood, it's not going to. But my thoughts and feelings ever since the house got accepted, our offer got accepted. Jack has not seen the home at all in person. I tried to take as many videos as humanly possible to show him about it and what's going on, and he's really excited from those. He saw the exterior of it because we went up to my parents' house for 4th of July, so while we were on the road, we just stopped off to see it, and he got to see it in person, the area, etc., and that made him very excited, so that made me feel good. But I do wish that my partner in crime, my life partner, has seen the house that we are potentially buying. He will tomorrow, which is fantastic, but to be the only one of us that has actually seen all of it and the inside is kind of nerve-wracking. But since we have had our offer accepted, we've talked to several people about the area, and they get really excited about it, so that makes me feel really good. I felt a very magical feeling when we started driving the area, and I felt a very magical feeling about the house itself too. So as of today, I'm just really excited to go back and see the home now that the offer has been accepted. How many times can I say offer has been accepted? But it's true. Since the offer has been accepted, we have not seen it. So I haven't looked at it in the lens of this is very, very much potentially our house. Like we could have this house. We are under contract, and I haven't actually looked at it in that lens. So I'm really excited. The other thing is our realtor is an absolute rock star. She's so well versed. She's so knowledgeable, especially in older homes. And the thing is, with this market and how it is nowadays, we have to move very quickly on homes like these if we want any chance of landing it. And because of that, she wasn't with us at the open house. We just wanted to swing by and see what was up. Had no idea we were going to be making that offer that day. So she hasn't seen it. And I really wish that she had, but again, things had to move really quickly. So today, even though it's just the sewer inspection, I asked her to make sure that she could get us inside the house with her so that I can at least get her impression, solidify that it is indeed a good house, a good decision. She thinks it's a good fit because she's also really honest with us. There have been several times where she's like, you know, I just don't know about this one, or hey, here are my concerns, etc. So I just want to hear everything that she has to say about it. So besides my husband not having seen the house, my realtor also hasn't, so that'll be really nice to kind of check off the list and get somebody else's eyes on it besides me and my mom. Me and my mom are the only ones who have seen this house so far, and we are under contract.
Do you have your phone? Okay. Got my phone and I brought the charger as well.
So it's Tuesday, it's the 8th, I'm stressed.
Okay.
Not about the house, surprisingly. It's like the least of my stresses.
The balance of it all is really getting to us at a certain point.
Yeah, work is my primary stress. It's just insane.
Yeah.
It's literally spilling over into all things. June was just a really busy month.
I can't believe that we're doing this after June.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
This is kind of just like the icing on top of everything. But I'm really excited because we'll have a potential spot, and I know when it's all said and done and like things quiet down, we'll get to settle down into something, and it's ours, and that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. I know people said that like buying a house was stressful, but there really isn't a way to describe it until you're kind of in it. Your normal life keeps going, and it's expected to keep going.
Yeah.
So work, kids, all of that, but you've got this incredibly time-intensive task now. It's like you find a way to do it,
Yeah.
but it costs some sanity and some hours of sleep for sure.
It's funny, I forget who was describing this to us because it didn't used to be like this. Like, you could look at houses and browse and take your time and stuff, but it's now, I don't know about anyone else, and I can only, maybe this is a fraction of what people were feeling in 2019, 2020 when this whole thing...
I can only imagine what 2020 people were feeling.
Yeah, you have to be so fast and so competitive and think of all of these different things. And it's one thing to put it in paper and be like, okay, like we'll put our best foot forward and stuff. I will preface this with, I am not carrying this burden at all. Mac is doing all of it.
We're both doing it. Like, don't sell yourself short. Like, we were both up until 11 something looking at insurance policies and quotes, and then afterwards Jack had another hour of work to do that he didn't get to that day. Like, we are both shouldering it.
Sure, but Mac is like, you're taking on the burden of organizing all the stuff, getting people back to school and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm saying. So I don't have those pressures. The reason I want to supply that context is because this is an expedited timeline. It's just like how we were competitive. We were like, oh yeah, we could do this. And now it's actually happening. And it's like, oh my God, are we doing?
We were like, yeah, we'll close in 3 weeks.
Okay.
The frick were we thinking? We were thinking we want this house.
Yeah,
that's what we were thinking.
Those are business days, like whenever like the money people can get to you and stuff, but you know, the realtor and the mortgage broker, they'll work over the weekends because they want it to work too and stuff like that. And so like on the weekends, any plans you have is like, okay, you gotta also do this and like keep up to date. And I'm not complaining, it's just wow.
This is what the season of life right now looks like, and thankfully it is a short season of life. There literally is an end date to it. It's good to capture because I love watching back this stuff. We'll look back and we'll forget, and then we'll look and be like, wow, do you remember how crazy those 3 weeks were?
Yes.
Remember doing it? That's so nuts.
And it's also really important to look back at this time and realize that Annie thinks farts are funny. And we've been teaching her to say excuse me, which, you know, we're very proud of. But now somehow, I don't know where she learned this from, whenever she farts, she goes, Dad, excuse me. So she blames me.
She farts and I go, say excuse me. She goes, Dada farted. And I go, no, Annie farted. She goes, Dada, excuse me.
Oh my God.
Are you excited to see the house for the first time?
I am, yeah. I really wanted to go inside and check it out and kind of get a feel of the flow, and like I can start to envision myself moving around the space. Because one thing if you see pictures, but then once you're actually in a space, you know, how it feels. How you are going to fit into that. And it's like, oh wow, this room was a lot bigger, or this was a lot smaller.
I told Gabe last night, my brother's in town. I told him, I was like, I just need Jack to see it. I don't even need him to like it, because I just need to know if he likes it or not, like at this point, because I need the other person who's buying this house and my life partner get to weigh in on this, because it's just been having to move so quickly so that we can start making decisions and like bounce off each other directly. You know, that's been a little bit of a struggle.
A little bit of tough situation.
Just feeling a little bit in a tough, just a tough spot. We literally are sitting in a McDonald's parking lot, and we turned off the camera maybe 10 minutes ago.
Not even, yeah.
Maybe. And since then, our loan application went through like one other step this morning, and then in the time span of from when we turned off the camera, our loan has been approved. That is how fast things are moving, and they're wondering if we want to lock it in at a certain rate that it's at now, or do we want to wait a couple days to see if that rate comes down. This is, and like we're heading into inspection for the afternoon. How do people buy houses? How are we doing this right now? That's my thought.
I have no idea.
Well,
I know. I have a powerhouse of a wife who's just like...
Just trying our best out here. Holy moly, that's all we can do.
Slay.
Here we go. Let's see this house first, and then we'll decide what we're locking in. When I had originally pictured this video, I had originally pictured all of the footage that I've taken of that home to be in said video. But because this clearly didn't work out, and because the house is not ours, I don't feel right about putting all of these detailed clips of the house in there, and I would much rather tell you guys exactly what happened, or be able to tell you guys exactly what happened. So I think one important detail to start is that this house, or part of the house, the original part of this house, was built in 18 something, and we knew exactly what we were getting into with that. In that didn't necessarily scare us. We weren't looking to, like I said in one of the clips, like nickel and dime every little thing. We love the charm of old homes, and my mom has a lot of experience with renovating an 18 something year old house, so we were kind of excited about the possibility of taking on something that had that level of charm. The other detail though is that this home was advertised as up to snuff per se, maybe even more than up to snuff for the age of the house. Different aspects of it, due to the age of the home, had been advertised as professionally done. A few different things that were listed made us think that it was very well kept up, and made our realtor think that the sellers had kept it up professionally and had stayed on top of things over the years. So those are very big details. So going into the big inspection, I knew that the inspector was going to bring up literally anything that he saw to put into the inspection report, but I knew that yes, we were going to keep in mind these things. And as we walked through, he was going to give us kind of like a time frame of when he'd recommend to kind of replace these, and about how much money it might take to replace some of the things, or like fix some things. So those things were going to be very important line items for Jack and I to pay attention to, but what we were really focused on as far as if we were going to move on this house further or not were big ticket items. And how the house was advertised, all of the disclosures, all of the details from the sellers and from the seller's agent, we weren't expecting big ticket items. There was no reason for us to expect big ticket items. It's so funny looking back at it, like from where we're at, like now, just 10,000 foot view. Looking at the footage, I'm like, oh honey, just get out now, okay? So we get in the house. This is Jack's first time seeing the home, and I'm just trying to get a read on if he even likes it or not, because if you haven't heard from the 6 times I said before, he has not seen this home yet at all, and we are under contract. So seeing him get really excited walking in the door, and asking him what his feeling is of the house, and watching him get so pumped about it, I was just like, okay, this is great. I'm so excited. This is a great house in a great location. I feel good, but I was kind of holding my breath a little bit, because of the inspection, you know, you just want to, I felt like it was just like a double check type of situation. So we're going through, and there's definitely some marker things, and I'm making notes, and you know, this window will need this, and this will blah, 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 and like in this many years, this one will need that, etc. And honestly, a lot of that stuff was really familiar because of my parents' big renovation on an older home. I was like, okay, yep, that makes sense. I remember my mom saying that, etc., etc. But then we get to, I'm just going to call it an attached structure, okay? And this attached structure was not necessarily like vital to the house. It wasn't a garage necessarily, but there was no disclosures about it, and it was included in the price of the home. It would be really nice to have this additional attached structure. Okay, that's the background of this structure. But when we walk into the structure, the inspector started pointing out various things, and upon further inspection, there was a lot of rot around a certain area of it. And so he gets to pricing it out, and it's probably going to be $7,500 to $8K to fix this rotted section of sorts. So I'm like, okay, that's a big ticket item for me personally. Definitely going to note that. And that's kind of the first big ticket item that we came across, and kind of the only one that we were coming across for a really long time during the inspection process that day. But then about an hour or so later, he gets under the structure. My dad gets under the structure with him. I'm not going under this. Spiders galore. I won't be going under that structure. You can report back to me what you find under that structure. But they do call me in at a certain point, and it's just... I didn't realize how devastating it actually was, like the status of it, until we really started talking about it. I was like, oh, okay, no, that's fine. No, like essentially it was absolutely rotted from all of the bottom of it, to the point where the inspector said, if I had known what was under here initially, I wouldn't have felt safe, all of us being on top of it, like where we were previously. So that was crazy. We all kind of got in a huddle, realtor, inspector, my parents, myself. Jack had to go home at this point to switch off with my brother, who was helping watch our toddler for this event. So this was pretty massive, and we started pricing everything out. We started going through a strategy of going back to the sellers, what price we want them to come down for in order to do X, Y, and Z, etc. Far well knowing that the sellers could be like, absolutely not, we'll only take off this amount, or they could say, you know what, no, we want to walk and we'll find someone else that doesn't want us to take any money off. Like full well knowing that could happen. But at this stage in the inspection, I did not feel good taking the house as is, especially at the price it was at. It included this structure that essentially needed to be completely redone or just taken off in general, and that just isn't a really good feeling, you know, when buying a home. So we come up with our strategy. We're good. We're, keep going through the inspection, and then we get into the basement. And in the basement, we found it was 2 to 3. I believe there was 3 fully rotted or close to fully rotted support beams that support the entire house. By the time he got to pricing those out, I was still on board. I was like, okay, we're just gonna add it to what we're gonna go back to the sellers for. Like we're just gonna do that. And then he turns the corner and he kind of just gives out a sigh, and he had found asbestos, what he had to call asbestos-like materials. I think at that point I kind of knew that this was just, this many things undisclosed were just adding up, and I kind of felt a gut feeling that it was just like, I think this is over for us. I think this is over for us, but I still needed to go strategize with our realtor and kind of just give her the lowdown. And it came down to the fact that we could run the numbers, say what we're going to go back to them with, what are we going to be okay with if they say, no, we're not going to knock it down that, but we'll knock it down this, like what's our threshold? Like we were going to go into all that. But at a certain point, our realtor looked at me and said, if they even give you this amount, are you going to be happy with this house as it stands? Are you going to be happy with the adjustments that you have to make just to get it in an okay place to live? And I think that was a really smart question, because it totally made me stop. And the ultimate answer was no. Like by the end of the inspection, with all of these surprises, this was just not the house that I thought I was walking into. And I was okay with 1 or 2 things that they were finding initially. But as it kept going, it was just not fun anymore. This whole process is crazy and stressful and fast and really insane nowadays, that adding on that level of surprise just all of a sudden just made any amount of enjoyment that we were feeling and excitement that we were feeling before just kind of shrivel up a little bit. So I made a half executive decision right then and there and said that I obviously had to go talk to Jack and just fill him in and get his take on it. But my realtor was really honest with me in that moment when I said, I'm not feeling it, but let me go talk to Jack. She said, I personally, after seeing what happened with this inspection, I would not wish this home on any first-time buyer. And I really appreciated that perspective. perspective, honestly. She's been so great in this process at giving us her honest feedback instead of just being like a yes woman for us, you know, and I really appreciate her feedback and her perspective on things. So I took that, I went to fill in Jack, and it was really sad, you guys. It was really sad because I had just slowly gone on this journey of the inspection for like 3 to 4 hours, and Jack had to leave after like 1 hour of it. He had to leave after the initial rot we found, not like the full structure rot, just like this little 7500 part of it. But I got to be let down easy. Like I got to be in the moment of, okay, this is added on, this is added on. Oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? And kind of just come to that realization myself. Jack drove away that day, excited about the house he had just seen for the first time, already thinking of things that he wanted to like make his mark on, tweak, where the office would go, where Annie's room would go, like all of this stuff. And I had to walk into that room and he's thinking that we just have to look at a small list of things that we're gonna go back to the sellers on, but we're good to go. But I have to walk into the house and I'm gonna tell him that we should probably not move on the house, and here are the reasons why, and does he feel okay about that? Like, it's so sad. He was so disappointed. That was a really big bummer. Really big bummer. But honestly, even the next day when everything had settled, I woke up with so much peace in my heart because, like I said before, at the end of the inspection, I didn't even want it anymore. I wasn't even excited about that house anymore, and I truly feel like we dodged a huge bullet by being able to pull out when we did. And there's really great things that came of it too. We got a lot of experience with the process of a very speedy closing, which was really great. A lot of materials and documents and all of that stuff have already now been accumulated for our financing. So there's a lot of work that's out of the way for that process when we do find the next house that we want to move on. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about houses, the inspection process, going through that, and I learned even more about old homes that I didn't learn before, that I wish I hadn't have learned, if I'm being honest, but I did. But yeah, that is how we had our offer accepted on a house and why it didn't work out for us this time. Chin is up. We are moving forward. We will find our house. Any good vibes are appreciated in this process. Again, if you are interested in staying along on that journey, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. My Instagram and TikTok are linked down below for more real-time updates. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye.